co-researcher Tamzin and Rohan. We worked on student experiences of mental health services at LSE. So at university, the student population is exposed to a number of specific stresses, which can lead to conditions such as anxiety disorder or depression. In May 2019, the LSE Student Union published a report on mental health and well-being. It highlighted the negative effect of academic culture and lack of community at LSE, and concluded that students do not feel supported by the university. It thus confirms the need for further improvement on mental health services. At the LSE, the Disability and Wellbeing Service is in charge of supporting students' mental health and offers two main services: the inclusion plans and the counseling appointments. Our LSE Change Maker project used surveys and qualitative interviews to investigate students' experiences of these services. So we did a survey on 84 LSE students, and the respondent sample was fairly representative of the LSE student population. Overall, it indicated a good awareness of the mental health services on campus and a high usage of those services. Yet there was an even distribution across respondents who did and did not find the services beneficial. As for the results of our interviews, we interviewed two students who had experience using an inclusion plan. Reaching out to LSE for an inclusion plan was described as a straightforward process, but it involved a lot of administrative work. The inclusion plan was a useful tool, and it appears that confidentiality was generally maintained, although one interviewee highlighted the occasional lack of discretion of the disability services when sharing an IP inclusion plan with new teachers. In general, teachers try to accommodate for students with inclusion plans, yet there were some implementation issues. Moreover, the switch to online learning these past few months has deteriorated the experience of a participant with her inclusion plan. As for counseling, when reaching out to LSE, there was no information deficit and the information was pretty easy to access. Yet booking appointments was difficult and there is a long waiting list and delayed administrative replies. As for the experience of students with the counseling, one interviewee had a good experience and she found that the counselor was helpful and supportive. Yet the limited number of appointments stopped her from continuing to use the services. As for the other interviewee, she expressed several frustrations with the service, and she concluded that the counseling sessions were more useful for students seeking help for school-related stress, but she would not recommend the services for more personal issues. Finally, to conclude, we can say that generally there is a good access to information and awareness of the mental health services at LSE. Yet students who find it easy to get help at LSE often have prior experience accessing help elsewhere, and they have had encouragements from friends or family to do so. However, the culture at LSE makes it more difficult for students who haven't reached out before to initiate asking for help. So after this research, we found 4 recommendations to improve the students' experience of mental health services at LSE. First of all, we recommend finding a way to accommodate student needs in more than 6 counseling sessions. For example, drop-in sessions could be longer and more readily available, as many students need them for short-term but immediate issues. Secondly, we recommend reflecting on the location of the counseling center on campus, because currently it is hidden and the distinction between disability and counseling is quite confusing. Also, greater anonymity during the counseling process would be appreciated by some students. Third, changing the culture of asking for help, perhaps through awareness campaigns about mental health, as it is not something that is discussed by students on campus usually. And finally, advice and information given by the counseling service should be more tailored to the students seeking help, notably in terms of cultural sensitivity. So I will finish by thanking you for the time and the opportunity to make this research project. Thank you.